All right, we are on the last day of our EOG Week 3 review, and we're going to finish up figurative language today. And we're getting to the fun stuff today. So, let's go. Idioms. Sounds like idiots, but not the same. Idioms can often make people who are learning English feel like idiots because they don't make sense. People take the time to learn individual words and what they mean, and then we put them together in a way that means something completely different. An idiom is when you have a group of words that mean something when they're together as a group that's not at all what they mean when you separate the words out. Okay, it's still confusing. It's raining cats and dogs. You know what rain is, you know what cats are, you know what dogs are. But if you put everything you know into the phrase, it is raining cats and dogs, you are totally going to be expecting cats and dogs to be falling from the sky. And we know that it's raining cats and dogs simply means it's raining very hard. He talked my ear off. Sounds like you're talking to a guy and the ear falls off of his head. That is not what it means. It means he talked a lot. It's kind of an example of hyperbole, which we'll get to in a minute, except for that we use that as a phrase often, so it falls into the group of idioms. She was just pulling your leg. Nobody touched my leg, but she was kidding with me or teasing me, or telling me something that wasn't quite true just to get a reaction from me. All of those things are pulling your leg without anybody ever actually touching your leg. I let the cat out of the bag. There are no cats and no bags. That just means I told the secret. I told something I wasn't supposed to tell. I let the cat out of the bag. You can understand why someone who's taken time to learn our language and it's not their first language gets confused by idioms. He spilled the beans. Same thing. There's no beans. It just means he told a secret. It means the same thing as he let the cat out of the bag. Um, Idioms are confusing. If you are around somebody who uses them a lot, then they're super simple. If you're hearing them for the first time, you may think the people who are talking have lost their minds. She's down in the dumps. Does not mean she's hanging out by the garbage canisters at the bottom of the hill here at school. That's not it. It means she's sad, depressed. She's feeling blue. Also not a literal, it's a figurative statement. She's not a smurf. She doesn't actually look blue. She's sad. These are fun. These are like Batman words, if you think about the old Batman cartoon, or not even cartoon, but television show. Onomatopoeia, also just a fun word to say, and even more impressive if you can spell it. Onomatopoeia. An onomatopoeia is the formation of a word from a sound associated with what is named. How confusing is that? It's a word that tells you what the thing it's talking about sounds like. So machines, buzz, they buzz. Or your doorbell, ding dongs, right? It tells you the sound that it makes. Um, Animals, we have tons of animal onomatopoeias. Oink, moo, meow, arf, bark, woof, chirp, howl. It could go on and on. Quack, cock-a-doodle-doo. It goes on and on forever. And those are the first things we teach kids. After they get mama and daddy down, we want them. What does the cow say? What does the cat say? I mean, in our book we're reading right now, they're calling the teacher Ribbit because his last name is Kermit. Ribbit is an onomatopoeia. Our body is magical and makes lots of onomatopoeia sounds, many that we will not discuss here. But burp, achoo, snort, cough even is an onomatopoeia. That's as far as we're going to go today. And then I call these Batman words. Kapow, kablam, pow, boom. Some of those aren't even really words. They're just sounds that we use and we relate to explosions or to something energetic happening. Onomatopoeia. Personification is when we take qualities that humans have and we give those qualities to something that's not human. The wind whispered through the trees. The wind has no mouth, it has no lungs to express air. The wind can't actually whisper, but the sound that we hear, we're going to call whispering. So, whispered is the human quality, and we're personifying the wind. We're making the wind like a person. The flowers waved on the hillside. Not like that, they didn't. We're personifying flowers here, and the human quality we're giving flowers is the ability to wave. The brook babbled through the forest. We're personifying the brook, and we're saying that the brook babbled. Babies babble, right? Brooks can't actually babble. So we're personifying brook, and the brook, and the human quality we're giving the brook is that it babbled. The birds sang in the morning sun. Now, I know some of you are like, birds can sing. Think about this. When we talk about people singing, there's music and words involved. If the birds at your house are singing words, I would love to be invited over, please. Because they're not, are they? They're tweeting or they're chirping or they're all those onomatopoeias, whistling. They're doing all of those things. But are they actually singing? So we are personifying birds, and the human quality we're giving them is the ability to sing. And my favorite figurative language piece of all time is hyperbole. Did you get it? Did you get it? I don't know why I just put this square there. Go away, square. Okay. Hyperbole is exaggerating. I'm the queen of exaggeration, just like that. I have told you to clean your room a million times. Have I really? I mean, a million times is a lot. My head will explode if you don't follow directions. I don't know anybody that's ever said that. Will my head actually explode? But please don't test that theory, okay? My head will explode is hyperbole. It's extreme exaggeration. Teachers use this all the time so that number one, you won't believe what we're saying. And number two, you'll know that we mean business. Nobody has to lose any cool points that way. The TV is so loud you could hear it in the next state. Well, probably not, unless you officially live on the state line and your doors and windows are open, then possibly. But most of us, our TV could not be so loud that you could hear it in the next state. We are quite close to Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia. Your TVs probably are not loud enough to be heard in the next state. But that lets me know that whoever said that really wants me to turn it down. Think you got it? I do. You've got a book it today. You've got, I think today is your factory game, which is fun. And it's going to give you a little bit of a review on everything we've done for the last 3 weeks. So it's super important that you do today's game and then you answer the questions on the assignment, which are the same questions from the booklet. I'm trying to help you. Some of you are taking it. Some of you are making great grades. Some of you aren't watching this video, and so why am I saying it? But you aren't playing the game and you're making 30s when I'm giving you the answers. Seems silly, doesn't it? I think so too. Go play the game. If you need help, let me know.